Mrs. Wood, Marshall's principal.
And I'm Mrs. Hayes, Marshall's vice principal. You know what? Our video has not gone viral yet, our first one, but I know it will. And when it does, I can't wait to get on the Ellen Show.
Okay. Let's jump right back into covering important information about Marshall. The first thing I'm going to discuss is closed campus. First of all, we are a closed campus school. All students are required to remain on the school grounds from time of arrival until dismissal. That includes staying in the designated field and courtyard areas during breaks and lunches. It takes parental permission and sign out for you to leave campus for appointments.
Guests and visitors. Students are not allowed to have guests during the school day, as it poses a distraction to the educational process. But you can have the occasional visitor during lunch if the visit is pre-approved by one of us, and if it is pre-approved, the visitor must sign in to the office when they arrive.
All right, let's talk about your safety. At Marshall, you will learn about safety regarding social media. You will learn how to deal with conflict and how to report it if you are being harassed or bullied. We will also have safety drills. You will learn and practice procedures for lockdown, shelter in place, earthquake, fire, and evacuating the building. You will learn to duck, assess, run, or lock down. You'll learn to drop, cover, hold on, and how to evacuate the building quickly and safely. Our staff is also ready to serve on response teams in the event of a real emergency. You are an active member of the school's safety plan. We count on you to do your part. Your knowledge, along with ours, will keep all safe if an emergency happens. Your safety is our top priority.
Yeah. Attendance and tardies. Can we say this part together?
Yes.
Okay.
If you miss school, you're missing out.
Some rules about being gone. First, don't be gone unless you're really, really sick. Like if you have a fever or you're throwing up or the doctor says that you need to stay home. If you're not here, you will miss fun activities and group work, cool lectures, videos, labs, and experiences. Those moments in time cannot be replayed. Don't miss them.
Before we get started talking about absences, we want to share with you that the district has adopted a new rule about tardies, and that is that getting to school more than 10 minutes late in the morning or leaving more than 30 minutes early at the end of the day count as an absence for that entire period.
Right. Please note that all personal transportation issues, such as missing the bus, car trouble, traffic, are unexcused.
Okay, now back to absences. The law has a list of 10 reasons for being gone that are excusable. Any reason beyond these 10 are unexcused.
Okay, the valid reasons include participating in a district or school-approved activity like a field trip, illness or health condition like a medical, dental, eye appointment, a family emergency, illness or death, religious or cultural purposes like observance of a religious holiday, having to appear in court or be on jury duty, attending a post-high school event like a college scholarship interview. Obviously that one pretty much applies to high schoolers. Mm-hmm. Participating in a state-recognized search and rescue activity, probably high schoolers mm-hmm. again. An absence directly related to homelessness. An absence owing to disciplinary action like a suspension. And a pre-approved absence.
So here's some really important information about getting a pre-planned and pre-approved absence. You need to pick up paperwork from the office and get it all filled out. 8 signatures need to be gathered, so plan ahead. Also, please note that vacations are not on the list of excusable reasons for absence. Sorry.
If you are absent and your parent forgets to call the school within the 48-hour time limit, it is recorded as an unexcused absence. Also know that missing 3 or more periods in a day counts as a full day's absence. The law gets involved if a student has too many unexcused absences or even too many excused absences or a combination thereof. If you have one unexcused absence, we'll call home. If you have two, we have to start the legal paperwork process that includes letters home, required conferences with your parent, penalties for you, and eventually filing a truancy petition with juvenile court. Please, please make school and growth your top priority. Be here. We love having you here. And if you're having trouble getting to school, come see one of us and we will help you.
All right, let's talk about grades now. We don't print report cards anymore. Everything's on Skyward. So please help your family members learn how to get into Skyward Family Access. You will get very used to looking at your progress and grades in Skyward, so you'll know how to help them do it. Now I'm going to talk about Core Flex Time. We listened to you. We have made some changes in how we can offer you the help that you may need. We know that everyone is different and that each of us learns at different paces, especially with different subjects. We know we're the same way.
Yeah.
So we fixed the schedule to allow for that little bit of extra time for you to get the help that you need. What used to be MMS time is now Core Flex Time, and it's at the end of the day, 2:07 to 2:32 every day. That way, if you had trouble learning something earlier in the day, you can go back to that teacher and get help before you leave for the day. Or you can use that time to get a jump start on your homework before you even go home.
Yep. Now every Monday with your house mentor teacher, you will open Skyward, and if you have A's and B's, you'll be given a flex card to keep for the week. That card is your ticket to flex areas and activities. Otherwise, you will report to a core teacher for some help. You can always choose to go to core even if you have a flex card though.
I think it's going to be a really, really cool system.
I think so too.
All right, let's talk about medication. We aren't allowed at school to just give you medication, not even aspirin, unless your parent brought in the proper paperwork to school beforehand. So if you know that you might need prescription medication or over-the-counter medication like cough drops or aspirin for headaches, please make sure your adult contacts the nurse's office and gets all the paperwork done and brings in the medicine beforehand.
Okay, let's talk about technology. When I was your age, kids, somebody invented a handheld calculator. Handheld calculator. It was magical. Imagine a machine you could hold in the palm of your hand that could do math. And then some person invented this super cool game called Pong. You hooked a cable into the back of your black and white TV and it played this little Pong. Hey, it was exciting back in the day.
Miss Hayes is really old.
If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and Google it. Pong. Take a look. So anyway, my point is that unlike many of us, you kids were born into a heavily tech-saturated world, and we do get that. But please keep in mind that in general, electronic things are expensive, so it's best to leave them at home, like toys, games, other expensive things too. Just leave those at home.
But because we know that technology is important to you, it's sort of like,
It's like
air,
air.
like the air that you breathe. We do try to maximize the use of technology and balance the learning aspects versus the distraction aspects that accompany having the whole world in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
So let's talk about cell phones. Cell phones should be off and stowed during school hours. We do allow you to have them on before school in the morning. You can be in the cafeteria, you can walk the loop around the library, not down the wings, but around the library. And that's what most kids like to do in the morning. You can do that while listening to your music with headphones on, surfing the web, talking on Instagram. By the way, think before you hit send,
Yes.
and etc. But when that first bell rings at 7:55, that is your cue to turn your phone off and stow it away until 2:32 when the day ends. Now, on occasion, a teacher may allow you to use a cell phone for a calculator or an e-reader, but it has to be explicit. The teacher must allow you that use before you take it out. If you choose to have a phone out during class, your teacher has the right to take that phone and bring it down to the office to one of us.
Okay.
If you choose not to give up your phone, it will be considered insubordination, and you, with your phone, will be sent down to the office. So please follow that easy electronics rule and you won't have any problems.
Okay, just, you guys, we know, trust us, we know, it's really hard for us to not jump on our phones too. So we get that, you know, there's like so many Pokemons to catch in so little time. I have that on my phone.
Right, I know
Believe it
you
or
do.
not.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, so let's talk about dress code.
Okay.
We want to make sure that we are all dressed appropriately for the occasion, and school is a workplace for adults and students. At Marshall, we dress for success. Think business casual. Clothing should be modest. One wouldn't wear a suit and tie to go down to a picnic on the beach, and we also wouldn't come to the workplace wearing beachwear. So make sure that your clothing respects our school environment and models good citizenship. And speaking of good citizenship, please don't wear perfumes and such at school. The hazard to the health of others is just not worth smelling all flowery for the day.
When choosing clothes that you'll wear to school in the morning, you should check that no undergarments show. Do you have cute holes in your pants that reveal upper thighs, or a shirt that shows cleavage or undergarments? Please make sure that if anything shows when sitting, stretching, bending over, or etc., any way that you might move while at school, that clothing cover all of you at all times. Clothing must also cover your entire torso. Spaghetti straps, tube, or halter tops are not okay, nor are clothes with lewd or inappropriate gestures, sayings, pictures, language, or drug, alcohol, tobacco references. I just want to note, because this is a big question, that tank tops like the one I am wearing are okay. So you can show your shoulders, notice that it's thick, and I don't have any undergarments showing,
Looks good.
thankfully.
Okay, also, no hats inside the building except on designated spirit days. Headbands, wraps are okay, as are head coverings that are worn as part of a cultural tradition. Again, the bottom line, dress appropriately for an office work environment. Okay, I'm going to talk about the touchy-feely stuff now. Cover the ears of small children in the room. I'm going to have the talk. It's the talk. Okay, it's not that talk.
Okay, good.
Okay, it's just about PDA. Public displays of affection. PDA, like long hugs, holding hands, kissing, yeah,
Ew.
Those are not allowed under any circumstances at school or at any school function. Okay, there. The touchy-feely stuff is over. Wasn't so bad, was it?
No, it was okay, but I'm still glad it's over.
Okay.
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
Each year, the Olympia School District publishes all of its policies related to student rights and responsibilities in the district handbook. You and your family should have received a copy of the handbook at orientation. In fact, we'd like you and your family to read it and sign the back page in it, and then return that page to our school. It's really important to us that everybody is well informed about their rights and responsibilities.
There are so many more cool things to tell you about Marshall, and you'll learn more as the year moves along. But you can find information right now by reading your student planner, the district handbook, the newsletter that we sent home, or by checking out the Marshall website.
We are incredibly honored to be leading such a fantastic group of kids.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, and welcome to the new school year at Marshall, home of the Mustangs. We hope that you have a fantastic school year.